Hello, and yeah, Warhammer 40,000 Battleforces. So apparently there's 8 of them, and let's see what they are. Obviously it's gonna be, okay, yeah, I'm seeing like 2 different Space Marines. Okay. So Space Marine is Space Marine. And then Sisters of Battle. Right? Yes. You know what? Let's just go right here. Alright, here we go. Adepta Sororita, Sisters of Battle. Sanctorum Guard. Meh. I mean, like I said, I despise the new Sisters of Battle models. I think they're horrific. And, well, that's good. Thanks for the picture, Games Workshop. Alright, yeah, and I don't know, you get 6 walkers, which is, I guess, one of their slightly, their shit as well. I guess the shield girls are like the only models here that I think are like okay. The rest I don't like. So that is a terrible one. No idea what the prices are, but it's shit. Because to me it doesn't fucking matter. Even let's say this was like a 99% discount, then it would be good. It would be great. But if it was like a 40% discount, it's shit, since the only models I think are okay looking, since I don't really play the game, I don't really care. I mean, even when I do play, I'm not really like a competitive player. I'm more casual. So, and I play more like story-based things, like homebrewed stuff. Like the rule of cool. And Adeptus Custodes. You know, Jesus Christ. I mean, you can really tell the lack of models that they have, because we see like 3 of these exact copy-pasted standard bearers. Yeah, so I think these, I don't know much about these army. I mean, I actually like how they look, and I'm sure you don't need, I mean, they have just decided to just copy paste, the same 3 images instead of trying to mix it up to make it seem different. But yeah, they look cool. I like the jet bikes and the Terminators are like the 2 coolest. Trajan Valoris. I recognize that name. Do not know from what. Because I'm pretty sure I've never listened or read a book featuring Custodes. 15 Custodian Guard. Shield Captains of Vexillus Praetors. So, yeah. I will say, the composition and the picture that I've done for this is terrible. At least this one, it looks like, okay, they haven't copy pasted these. I mean, obviously they have copy pasted them, but they've put them in different spots. Like this one is in the middle here. Don't they have like 6 different of these walkers? Who knows? Seems not. Well, I guess they have kind of switched them around. I mean, they put the pole bearers on the right on all of them. Probably not obscure, but terrible. Adeptus Mechanicus Elimination Maniple. This looks a bit better. I love these robots. So that's nice. You get a little bit of it is like a tech priest. What are these called? Cybernetica Datasmith. Handler, alright. Yeah, you get one of these guys to control these robots. I don't really care that much for these servitors, but they're fine. Belisarius Call, of course. Is Belisarius Call their only named HQ choice? Because now, when I look at it, it seems that this Battle Force this year is all about a named character HQ and then a bunch of units around them. So maybe they're theming the boxes around the HQ. So maybe this girl, because she's in one of these power suits and she has a lot of these power suits with her. And this guy, yeah, he's a lot of like foot soldiers, you know, this, what were it called? Custodian guard with him. So, okay, makes sense. I just noticed, oh, then Belisarius call pretty much anything, but a lot of, you know, servitors of that. Okay. So it probably is that they theme it around the HQ and then plus one infantry, you know, model or unit, that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck, what is this called? Canis Rex. Yes, Canis Rex. I know it was something Rex. And his little, well, his big knight. Well, I guess when it comes to knight, I guess it's like a little knight, right? But yeah, him with one of these and 4 of these. So this one, depending on the price, I might get myself, I might use the money I've gotten from YouTube to get this, since up there I do have over there I have a renegade box that I have one knight, and then I don't know if you could tell, but right there's the knight that I've not started painting. I'm in the building process. I've extended the torso a little, since I don't really like that they don't really have a waist. So I've increased it a little bit, but like 4 or 5 millimeters, and it also is magnetized. So I do have 2 knights. So I wouldn't mind this, actually. This one I like, depending on what the price is going to be. Let's see. Death Guard Council of the Death Lord. Another terrible picture, Jesus Christ. It's like they're trying to hide the miniatures. Or at least here, boom, the miniatures out, they're glaring at you. This is like they're trying to hide the miniatures. So you're getting a bunch of Plague Marines, 3 or 4, 5 Terminators, and Mortarion. I mean, if you're gonna do Mortarion, I think it would have been better if you just, yeah, sure, have 1 Plague Marine squad of 7. Of course, I'm getting hiccups for some reason, because you have to do it. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe have some plague drones or something, you know, since he has wings. Yeah, I don't like this one. It seems like pretty boring to me. Other than Mortarion, it's pretty boring. And Court of the Crimson King, I think the same problem as Mortarion has. It's the main, HQ Demon Prince, well, Demon Primarch, which are Demon Princes, right? I think. But then it's like 2 of these basic bitch squads. But at least this guy has 2 basic bitch squads and 3 sorcerers. 3 sorcerers. Sorcerers. Exalted. Yeah, 3 exalted sorcerers. Pretty boring. It is pretty heavy on HQ choices, sure, but I don't know. Seems pretty boring to me. And this, actually, you know what? No, I take it back. I was gonna be like, oh, you know, this isn't as boring, but then I'm looking like, oh no, it is. It is boring. It's Torgardon and the aggressors. I thought, okay, that's cool. I thought this, when I just looked quick, that this was also another aggressor squad. So like, oh, you know, not as boring. You have this guy, 2 aggressor squads, and then a squad of Primaris Marines. I was like, okay, that could be cool, but or 10 heavy intercessors, because that's what they are. I can barely tell the difference between heavy intercessors and normal intercessors. I think that would have been cooler instead of 3 heavy intercessors, 1 aggressor, and 1 of this. Do 2 aggressors. I mean, if they're Imperial Fist, like, do that. Maybe the heavy intercessors are a lot better in the game, but I don't give a fuck about that. So, let's see. Raven Guard, Raven Strike, Battle Force. I mean, a bit better, but I think they should really have some, like, because yeah, they are like the stealth guys, right? So we have 3 snipers, 2, like 1, 3 reavers. Okay, makes sense. You would have reavers. A psyker. It seems like the librarian is just thrown in. And then 2 of these things. Yeah, which are like the stealth, huge stealth mech suit, or dreadnoughts, basically. But they're not actually dreadnoughts, right? They are tactical war suits. Yeah, of course. I mean, that really looks like it fits the name. Okay, yeah. I mean, I will say, out of these 2, this one is actually more interesting than this one. But I do think that this one, if it had another aggressor, would be actually good. Instead of like meh. This one is meh, but asterisk. And that's it. Alright, so I will say it is 8, so it's a lot. But it is pretty boring. Basically 4 Space Marine. 4 Space Marine boxes. It's all Imperial. What the fuck? I just noticed. It's all like Imperial, basically. I mean, oh yeah, sure. Like, okay, these 2 are Chaos. But they used to be Imperial, right? Man, what a miss. They have to do something else, right? Maybe like, now, 1 for like Xenos. Like maybe like 2 or 3 boxes for the Xenos, right? But man, that is 8 of them. That's a lot. I didn't even notice like the lack of like diversity, which I think is a good thing about Age of Sigmar a lot. When they do these boxes, they try to make it at least 1 per Grand Alliance. So, and if they decide to do 8 for Age of Sigmar, that could be cool, that they do 2 for each Grand Alliance. Because you would get a decent amount of diversity there. Instead of like Space Marine, female Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine, like. But I do think that Adeptus Custodes have a little bit more flair to them. They don't feel or really look just like Space Marine. While I think the reason I really don't like the new Sisters of Battle is, to me, they just feel like female Space Marine, which I don't like. I barely like normal Space Marines. Like, normal Space Marines, they're cool, but eh. And I really liked when the old Sisters of Battle, they really felt like something different. They really felt like they were like the private army, not the private army, but like a super like church-based army of just crazy bitches. Now they just feel like, oh, female Space Marines, which is boring. They lost all their flair. They lost the thing that to me made them special. That they weren't just made to be killing machines. They had different purposes other than that, as like nuns and priestesses and all that to spread the faith and all that bullshit. With their hospitaliers, medicals, and all the other shit. Now they're just female Space Marines. And nothing more. But that's that. Overall, pretty disappointing. There's only 1 box that I actually like, and it's this one. And I might get it, even though I have said a lot of times that I'm not gonna buy anything until I finish what I already have. but depending on how much this is, I might get it.